Hey, this is Mike. I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting Sparks Toyota, and I'm checking out a really awesome truck today. It's a 2016 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport in black. Really awesome truck. Now the dealer, they tinted the windows black, so really looking good with the tinted glass, the black, the accents. So let's go ahead and check it out. It has 17-inch alloy wheels. You can see it's a sporty look with the black in the background and the alloy popping through, giving it a little bit of a design there. Then you have the ventilated disc brakes here in the front and the drum brakes here in the back. And check out the stance. It has some really good height off the ground. This truck does. And they did a really good job with the 16s, in my opinion, the styling and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look here in the front. Now the grill here is a kind of a smoked chrome grill, which looks amazing. And now they had a whole bunch of Tacomas to choose from today, and this one just really stood out. The color, the grill, there's something about it that just really stood out when I looked at it. So here in the front we have projector low beam. Has a projector tube for the low beams there, and reflector system for the high beams. Are both powered by halogen bulbs. And then you have the fog lights here at the bottom. You can see they have a little hidden tow hook under there. But just overall, just looks amazing. You even got that hood scoop looking thing there in the front. So we'll go ahead and check it out in more detail. So this is what the key looks like. It's a proximity key. You have a lock and unlock buttons. You also have a panic button. Has a physical key on the inside in case you need to use that. The way the proximity key is designed, you don't ever have to take the key out of your pocket. Right now I have the key just in my pocket. I can lock and unlock the doors. I can drive the vehicles and everything without actually taking the key out. It just stays in my pocket the whole time. So to lock the vehicle, put your finger there. It senses the key position close to the vehicle. It senses your hand position and it locks the doors. To unlock it, you just put your hand behind the handle and it unlocks the door for you. Let's take a look at the window sticker so you can get all the details using the pause button if you want. Alright, let's take a look here on the passenger side. Here's the inside of the passenger door. You have a bottle holder there at the bottom, all soft to the touch around your arm here, all the way up to the sides. There's your handle. This also serves as a little pocket and has a little felt in the bottom of it. There's your power window that's automatic, and then your door locks. There's your threshold. You do have a handle to help you get inside the vehicle. Plenty of legroom. Look at that. There's the seats, and this one has the black cloth seats with a little design there in the center. Kind of looks like a Tron design to me, but it's looking pretty good. And also these are very comfortable seats. They do have a pretty decent stance off the floor to kind of help you, make you feel like you're sitting in a chair. Lockable glove compartments right here. You have a little shelf system in there to kind of organize your stuff. So this is the double cab, so you have a pretty good sized door here in the back. Take a look at the inside there, and you see you have pretty much the same styling as the front door. And here's your back seat. It's pretty much a full-size bench seat here in the back, and with the front seats all the way back, this is what you have as far as legroom, which is not really that bad. You can get a little bit more legroom here in the back by moving the front seat up a little bit, but that's pretty much the bare minimum. Now you do have some storage space underneath the seat here. You can lift the seat up like so, and then you have the storage space on both sides. You see you have space over there and here. Your jack for your spare tires under here as well. There's some cup holders for the backseat drivers to use, put down their cups. And when you don't have anybody in the back, you can always fold down the headrest like so to increase your visibility while you're driving. And then when you have a passenger in place, you just put it like that. Let's take a look around the back. There's the back of the vehicle, the bumper. So here on the tailgate, you have a lockable tailgate. You have a backup camera lens right here. Tacoma stamped in the steel back here. and you see it has a combination of gloss and matte black. So parking sensors are also across the back to help you, to keep you from backing into something. You have a trailer hitch back here, and there's your 4 and 7-way plugs, so you have options. The tailgate is easily lowered. You just do that number and it kind of slowly comes down. And then you have a composite bed back here. So this isn't a bed liner, this is the actual bed. It's a composite material, which helps with the durability, rust issues, and also weight. So you have these little storage compartments here on the side, which is pretty awesome, so you can put some stuff. You have another one there, and you also right here have a Edison plug. Now this one has 400 watts of power. It's an AC plug just like you'd find in your house, and you can plug in a drill or a skill saw or stuff like that. As long as it's not going over 400 watts, you're good to go. So the fuel door is here on the driver's side, which is very convenient in my preference. And there's your fuel cap, and it has this little tether right here. That keeps you from losing the cap, but also you don't want to just let it dangle down and scratch your nice shiny paint. You can put it right here and hang it to avoid it dangling down, so it gets out of your way. You don't lose your cap, and it doesn't scratch your paint all at the same time. Another cool thing about these back seats is there's some storage space behind the actual seat, so you can lean the seat forward and you can access stuff right there in the back, and that's a tremendous amount of space on each side. Also, you can put them in cargo mode. So they have, you notice it has a plastic back, so once you flip the seat forward like so, take the headrest off and lay it down, you have this nice flat surface to put in some cargo. This is a really good idea for when you don't want to put something in the back of the truck because of the weather, or maybe you don't want anybody to steal it. If you don't have any backseat drivers, you can put these seats down in cargo mode, put your stuff in here, you can lock the doors and keep them out of the way. So there's your storage there on the right side. This truck also has a blind spot monitoring system. So there's your illuminator that's on the side mirror that will let you know if there's somebody in your blind spot. So there's actually a sensor somewhere back here that's hidden, which will sense if vehicles are in your blind spot, and it'll alert you in that little side mirror. Also, if you put your turn signal on in that direction, it'll give you an audible noise to really get your attention. So to start the truck using a proximity key, you just have the key in the vehicle. It can be in your pocket, it can be in your purse, it could be anywhere, and you just put your foot on the brake and you push this button. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. To open the hood, there's a latch dead center here in the center. You just look at the emblem, follow it up, you're right there in the center. You can feel it when you put your finger down. Move it to the left and lift it up. Now it's a heavy hood, so you want to use more than one hand like I'm doing. But anyways, here it is. Here's the underside of the hood there. So there's your engine. It's a 3.5 liter V6, 278 horsepower with 265 pound-feet of torque, and it's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now they've got it covered up halfway with a plastic cover there, but I think you can see a little bit around the cover to see the actual engine. There's your battery. See a little bit here in the front. Let's take a look here on the driver's side door. You have some bottles there, bottle holders there at the bottom, little storage pocket here as well as a handle. Power windows. The front two are automatic, one touch up and down. You go up and down pretty quickly. Then you have your door lock controls. You can lock out your rear windows just in case you have some kids back there. You don't want them playing around with the buttons. And then your side mirrors are adjusted with this little joystick. You just pick a side and then you adjust it with like a little joystick there. Right here you have a cargo light. You can turn that on. It'll illuminate the entire bed of the truck. And that plug, the outlet, AC outlet back there, you can turn that on or off by pushing that button. You also have this little storage pocket for putting some change or whatever there. Manual adjustments here on the seats. Okay, here we are on the inside. Looking all awesome. Very comfortable seats. a good stance. I have a place to put my left foot here, which is very comfortable. The steering column is a tilt steering column, no telescoping. So let's go ahead and start here on the steering wheel. It has a dimpled leather steering wheel. It's perforated or dimpled. Either way, it serves the same purpose. But it's very comfortable and high quality feeling. You have a smooth but ever so slightly textured portion here at the top. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Maybe here at the bottom. Maybe it'll pick that up. There we go. So you can see it's a very slight texturing. So, you know, it's smooth enough to where it's comfortable, but it's grippy enough to where you know, safe to drive and everything. Really good thickness too with the steering wheel. And has little bumps there to kind of extend your grip and also give you some extra lateral grip there. Okay, so we have quite a few buttons here on the steering wheel. The left side is your volume for your radio and tune through your presets on your radio. You can change through the mode, say AM, FM, satellite radio, that kind of thing. And then you have your voice recognition button there. And you can answer and hang up calls. Once you pair your Bluetooth phone, you can make calls, answer calls, and hang up calls there. Here on the right side, this corresponds with your screen up here, which we'll get into in just a minute. Right in here is your cruise control. You just have to make sure it's turned on by pushing that button, and then you can set it by going down, change through your speeds, or pull it in to cancel, and then you can always turn it off by pushing that button. Your headlight controls are here. You have a daytime running light off, automatic, parking lights, and headlights, and your fog lights are controlled here. There's your windshield wiper controls there on the right. So here's your gauges, real nice soft glow of the blue there, looking really good. You have your RPMs here on the left, engine coolant temperature there on the bottom right, on the bottom left, and here on the right is your speedometer and your fuel gauge with the little pump and an arrow pointing to the left showing you which side your fuel door is on. So right here is this center screen looking really awesome with the mountains on the top, with the blue. It shows you the outside temperature, has a digital speedometer, distance to empty, and then your odometer there at the very bottom. So I'm going to kind of show you, you notice these little icons at the top. I'm going to scroll to the right, and you can see that it has a digital compass there. Now you have this information screen, so not only can you go right or left to go to different icons, but I can go down too. So right now we're in the information icon. I can scroll down and get more information. So average fuel economy, of course this is not accurate yet because the vehicle hadn't been driven yet. Scrolling down, trip distance, elapsed time, a blank screen, and then it scrolls back to your miles per hour and your distance to empty. Scrolling to the right, this is just your compass right now, and then this is what your radio is doing. Here's your tire pressure on each tire. Once you start driving, it'll all show up there. Any messages, any stored messages will show up there. And look at that awesome, like rocky background there with the mountains, looking really good. Scroll to the right, and this is where you can go into settings. You can choose that, and you can, you know, change your language, units, different things like that. Then you can use the back button. So I'm using these buttons here to go right or left, up and down, and then make selections, and then there's the back button. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the touchscreen. Very clear and high resolution touchscreen. A lot better than the average there. You have a CD player kind of hidden right in here for those who want to keep the 90s alive. 80s and 90s, I guess. So right now we're in this home button here. So the home button shows your navigation screen, your phone, and your radio. So it kind of splits it up into the main options there. You have a digital clock here, which really helps out. And let's go to audio. So there's your audio specifically. Right now we're in FM. We have your favorites here on the left, and you notice some of them are not FM, so the favorites could be from any source. So let's go into the source so we can see all the different ways of playing music through the sound system. AM, FM, satellite radio. You have a CD player, USB, Bluetooth audio, and an auxiliary input. So this is really handy for playing music all different ways besides just your CD player. Alright, so let's go to apps. And so we can see this screen. It kind of gives you quite a bit of information here. You can go into your navigation screen, and there's your map. You can zoom in and out. So let's kind of zoom out so we can kind of get our bearings here, see where we're at in context. There we go, there's the ocean, and we're right here at Sparks Toyota, just a little ways away from the ocean here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We can always put in a destination by going there. We can put in an address. We can store addresses in our address book, and we can hit go home. If we have our home address saved in there, we can be anywhere in the United States. Hit go home and it'll take us right there. We can go back at any time. But the home screen is pretty much the default. Now there's lots of different things in the apps. Besides the navigation, you can go straight into your audio. You can check out what your phone's doing, which we don't have one paired. But once you pair your phone, you'll have access to your phone, like your phone book and recent calls, stuff like that. You can get weather information here when you have HD signal. Same thing with traffic. You can go into different screens here. The maintenance will tell you when to change the oil, tire rotation, oil filter, change the oil, brake pads, wipers, coolant. You can go in there, and the dealer can actually set it when it changes it, but it'll actually remind you if you turn on the reminder there when it's supposed to be due, based on the mileage. So of course, if there's an issue that needs to be addressed that's not according to mileage, then you can have to do that on your own. But anyway, this is really cool. You also have a traditional volume here on the left, and then you have tune through the stations there on the right. It's pretty traditional. So down here is your climate control. You have heated seats here on the front. There's the controls for those. Your temperatures is a dual zone, so the driver and passenger can have their own separate temperature. You can sync those if you want to by syncing them, and both of them will be the same if you'd like to do that. Mode will cycle through where you want the air to blow. You have your heated side mirrors right there. There's your fan speed in the middle. So your fan speed, temperatures for each side there. Okay, so your blind spot monitoring system, you can turn that feature on and off by pushing that button there. Ect Power, this is electronically controlled transmission with the emphasis on power. So it gives you a little bit extra hold on the shift points and stuff like that. Parking sensors, you can turn those on and off there. And then here you have your USB and auxiliary inputs. You also have a 12-volt power supply here on the right. But this button right here is for your wireless charger. So down here, I don't know if you can see, you have this pad, and you place your phone there that has this wireless charger capability. It has the capability of wireless charging. You place it there, and you push that button, it turns it on, and it can actually charge your phone that way. Otherwise, this is just a storage pocket where you can put some stuff in there. It's not going to harm anything. And there's your cup holders. There's your shifter, parking brake, more cup holders and a little storage space. So let's go ahead and put it in reverse so we can check out the backup camera. So you can see you have the guidelines there, and your it's a wide angle view, but look at the resolution, really high resolution there. And when you put it in reverse, the parking sensors will be active when you have the parking sensor button turned on. But the reason why you can turn those off is because if you're going to get close to something and you don't want it beeping at you and driving you crazy, you can always turn those off if you need to. Let's go to neutral. There's drive. Sport mode. So this is where you can change through the gears if you want to. You can also set the highest gear, and you'll know which gear you're in because it'll show you right up here. So I can use the little kind of bump it forward and back similar to a ratchet shifter, and I can cycle through the gears if I need to. I like the way the screen shows you what position you're in, so that's pretty cool. So there's your armrest, and it's pretty soft armrest. It's kind of a synthetic material that's super durable and comfortable. So let's go ahead and lift this up, and you find a storage bin in here with a 12-volt power supply. Place to put some pins under here. So this is a really good handy place. It's kind of like the junk drawer of the vehicle, and you have a place to put wires in and out of the storage compartment right there, so that way you don't pinch them when you're plugging in your cell phone or something. It has an auto dim rear view mirror. You can turn that automatic feature off by pushing this button here on the rear view mirror. Hopefully you can see that. And then you have a digital compass there on the top right, tell you which way your vehicle is facing. So up here we have a, see if you can see, getting a little bit of a, not really focusing right. Okay, so here's your place to put your shades there. Your traction control button is here. You can turn it off. Default is always on. And then your interior lights you can turn all on by pushing it that way. Having it have the interior lights turn on with the door, or you can even turn that feature off. You can have an individual light by pushing these. And these buttons here are for your sunroof. So let's take a look at the sunroof quickly. You have a sunroof shade that covers up 100% of the light, like so. You can tilt it up and get a little bit of light, a little bit of air going through. Or you can open it up and get a lot of air coming in. And sometimes you just don't want any light coming in, you can always close it up like so. The shades have mirrors and lights. Same thing on that side. And you also have a GoPro mount right up here on the windshield. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that helps at all. But it has a GoPro mount. And it's mounted in a place where you can view the road really good, or you can aim it directly at you and you can record yourself while you're driving. And also it's stuck on there. It's just, you could just buy a GoPro mount and stick it on there, but since it's designed from the factory, it has a little place for it to where you don't see the ugly sticker side on the other side. It's just a little black spot there. Let's take a look at the visibility here in the back. Now I have the headrests are both up, so you can get the idea of, as far as them being in the way. And you have the parking sensors, you have the backup camera, all that good stuff to help you out with that. But it's not too bad at all. Of course, you have the side mirrors and all that stuff too. But anyways, thank you for watching. And if you have any comments or questions, if you have any experience with a 2016 Tacoma, leave it in the comment section. That would really help out everybody. Just leave as much information as possible, so that way, it helps people make a decision on these type of vehicles. So thank you for watching, and thank you to Sparks Toyota in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for allowing me to show off an awesome truck, and I'll see you guys next time.